Rahul, how are you?
Let's not make it too formal, but answering your question, I'm doing super good, as always.
Okay.
Okay.
So, இன்னைக்கு we are talking, why we are having this conversation அப்படின்னா
I had the same question.
usually we talk about what we do in Cambryonics lah. So
Yeah.
we are going to be talking about how we do in Cambryonics. So we are going to be breaking down what process happens in each and everything. So you know that you are leading the content team and the R&D team. So we're just going to understand how you do it and things like that.
Okay. So we'll be talking in specific to the school's base product that we've been building, the tabs box kind of a thing, or experimental boxes alone,
Yeah,
or general content.
General content.
Okay, cool, nice.
ஸோ ஒரு இப்போ கண்டென்ட்னு இருக்குன்னா ஸோ ஹவு டு டிசைட் த லேர்னிங் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்சஸ் ஸோ ஹவு டு யூ ஃப்ரேம் த லேர்னிங் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்சஸ் ஸோ ஒரு கான்செப்டில் இருந்து ஹவு டு யூ டிரைவ் இட் டு அ ப்ராடக்ட் ஸோ வாட் எக்ஸாக்ட்லி கோஸ் இன் யுவர் பிரெயின் ஸோ ஹவு டு யூ ஆக்சுவலி டீகோட் இட் ஸோ அதுதான் யூ ட்ரைங் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்.
So yeah, it's been an interesting journey for me too. So I've not been here for so long, like I can call this as like a decade journey அப்படின்ற மாதிரி இல்லை, but lately it has been like very interesting and very fascinating. So when initially we all started, like all four of us or five of us would sit into one thing, and we've been brainstorming about one single topic to derive the over 2 to 3 hours of workshop. Eventually when we started doing a lot of other things where we wanted to make products, that is when I started to learn a lot of things where I should differentiate between a workshop kind of an experience or a product kind of an experience. So workshop is basically a service kind of a thing where we will be directly into the place. The very primary thing that we start with is the concept. So the learning is the essential part which we always wanted to deliver in our Cambryonics team. So and the learning, it shouldn't be a normal dumb learning where teachers go into the classroom, take a chalk piece and write something or draw a cell and just tell the students like you'll have to memorize these things. So that is the one factor I want to remove out of the product. So I don't want anyone to remember anything, or I didn't want anyone to memorize anything. I want to deliver the same kind of experience which will have a tint of research, say a taste of fun, and a mixture of say what a pedagogy and as well as andragogy. So I didn't want the kids to feel like actual kids. They'll be treated matured enough for their age. Maturity is respected to age, and I respect that a lot in our products, and that's how I think when I design something new for kids in specific. The one mistake that I can say what which I do not want to do in near future is assumptions. So the one very common mistake I have encountered in a lot of products is we design experiences based on assumptions. So that is one part we cannot neglect. We'll have to assume something to do or say what to regulate an experience around a product. So in that phase, designing an experience for one particular such thing, it should not be something like I'll have to design a product, so the product should be of these categories or these criterias, and then turn down into say what these content can be delivered into it. Maybe if I'm delivering this content with this experience, this might be the concept. It should be never the other way around. So when designing a product, that should never happen. So an ascending process is very essential in designing. So in that case, one should never approach a problem in a descending way. In most of the cases, some cases it might be useful, some cases it might be say what groundbreaking, but for an educational learning experiences, it should always ascending, so that we do not lose the core value of why we are doing the 20-minute thing or 1 hour thing or however long it is. We shouldn't miss the core value. So concluding all these things, the core value of one single experiment, it should be maintained throughout. So it should be value centric and it should be experience centric, and it should not be say what something which will provide a good experience which can have this kind of an content. I've always been this person with a lot of empathy, but here in this scenario, without an understanding of the end user, it has always been a tough task. the very first experiment that we designed, we had designed an experiment X for age 9 and 10, and that experiment is working crazily good for 15 years old. And I'm just thinking right now, so when I started, this was an experiment that was designed for 7 and 8 years old. And I'm thinking right now, what would have happened if this has gone into 7 or 8 years old hands? It might be too difficult for them, or it may be too easy for them. I do not know. So I learned how to differentiate experiences for different age groups. So that has been a major learning. In the journey of creating products, so I find it like really tough to bring everything into one single answer. So it's been like 1.5 years right now, and each single day is a lot of learning for me. So I have a team, I discuss with them, and they bring me an idea. So since they are training under me, I can see the vision that they are having now, which I was having like 1.5 years back. Then I can vibe with them, and I can see how I was back then. So this is the difference on maturity that things are giving me when I'm learning along with it. As a person, when I look at each and every single thing, I can find out what kind of experience each small material gives. And say for example, if I'm planning to gift someone something, the gift can be very elemental, but gifts are something which are very luxurious in our mind. So it has even changed the way how I look at the gifts. So that has been a very drastic difference that I have gained. If you can see such a huge difference in very small perspective, which is a gift, which is just for an occasional purpose, and I cannot actually think how much change the product development in my life, product development sector in my life has changed me in how many different perspectives. But if we sit and analyze all these things, I think it will take another 1.5 months and 20-25 videos of these, where we can sit and decode what are the experiences that I have gained and what I've been inculcating into different kinds of products, maybe. So it might be an interesting one. If we have time, we look at such things soon.